Hi there, welcome back. It's Deborah, and I am really excited to share with you a new model called the head and the heart. I love this model because it's simple, it's fun, and it gives you a deeper understanding of how your partner thinks, how your partner feels about different subjects in life, and it gives you the opportunity to look at your partner and understand your partner in a different way. Ultimately, what that then does when you're able to do that is to create deeper connection with each other. It creates a deeper understanding. It creates the ability to be able to be compassionate and kind with your differences rather than creating disconnection and you being unhappy and upset with them because of your differences. When you have an understanding of each other's differences, you can kind of go, oh, that's him being ahead again, or that's the heart personality coming out in our relationship. So let's have a little look at this. I want you to just ask yourselves now, who do you think is more heart-centered in your relationship? And then who do you think is more head-centered in your relationship? Pause the video for a moment and just write that down so that you've got that to come back and reflect on afterwards. There's no right or wrong, and you may both think that you're the heart-centered person, or one might think that you're the head person and you're the heart person. It doesn't matter. Just write it down. Okay, so let's have a look at this model. So with the head and the heart model, what we are doing is we're attracting our complementary opposites in relationship. So we're neither 100% heart or 100% head. We are made up of a combination of both. Now, in this example, I've got the heart over the woman and I've got the head over the man. But let me tell you, it's not the way it always is. Approximately 50% of women will be heart personalities and another 50% will be head personalities, and the same with men. Now, this also applies for same-sex couples as well as heterosexual couples. So it is something that we have within us all. And often the types of careers that we choose can give us a little clue as to what we are, whether we're the heart-centered person or the head-centered person. But let me just share with you how it works. So in this example, the woman is a 65% heart and she has attracted a man who is a 65% head, and she is 35% head and the man is 35% heart. So you can see by this example that it's never 100%. Okay, so as an example of which type of careers a heart personality would choose, would be more likely to be a people person type career. So perhaps a counselor or a nurse or a coach or a doctor even. People oriented, working in daycare and childcare would be more likely to be a heart-centered person. Whereas the head-centered person is more likely to choose careers in IT or computer programming or accounting or the left brain kind of professions. That gives you a little clue as to whether you're the heart-centered person or the head-centered person. So with relationships, we have internal priorities, okay? So the heart-centered person's priorities, their very first and main priority in their life is their relationship, sex. They're more than likely to say making love rather than sex. Now, that means that their relationship is their number one priority. They're always thinking about their relationship. They're 100%, 24/7 thinking about the relationship, their partner. If they have children, they're thinking about their children, and that is their total focus in their relationship, their highest priority in their world. And then would come children, their children, and then family, and then friends and hobbies. and then career would come after this. So this is not to say that a heart-centered person won't want to work or won't have a career, but it's more likely to be a career that fits around the relationship, fits around the family, around the children. Maybe they work from home, or maybe they work school hours, and they're more likely to organize their life so that it fits around the family and it serves the relationship. So if a heart-centered person, for example, was to send a text to their head-centered partner, they're immediately wanting a response. It's like, well, hello, did you get my text? Have you lost your phone? Are you still alive? They're wanting a response straight away, not a day later. Whereas a head-centered person is very much focused in their career and financial security. So in their mind and in their priorities, career and financial security is at the utmost. So responding to a text is not that important to them. And it's not to say that their partner isn't important to them, because ultimately the career and financial security is for the partner and the relationship. But their main priority in their world is career and financial security. Their second priority is hobbies. Now, sometimes if the head personality makes their family or their children the hobby, they can appear to be a heart-centered person. However, often you'll see, husbands who have a hobby like golf or cycling, and there's a bit of a joke, the golfing widow or the cycling widow. So the hobbies become the second priority in their world, and then come relationships and family, and then comes sex. Now, it doesn't mean that their relationships and family are not important to them at all. They are very important to the head personality. It's just in the way that they organize their life in the order of priority: career, financial security, hobbies, and then relationship, and then intimacy and sex is how they organize their priorities. So how do they experience acceptance? So for a heart personality, they want to be close. They want to touch. They want to know that your souls are connecting. They want that deep connection. And they really want to know that their partner loves all of them, that they love who they are, and they love them for who they are and what they are. And whereas with a head personality, they seek acceptance through success, through achievement, through making things happen. So they can tend to be quite driven and focused on achieving and success. So what is their deepest fear? For a heart personality, it's being rejected. So unfortunately, a head personality can reject a heart personality in many, many ways without even knowing it. Simple little things like not responding to a text straight away, not acknowledging that their partner needs to talk and needs connection. A heart personality likes to know that they're being thought of, and they also do like to hear the words "I love you," which for a head personality is not something that they say easily. A heart personality wants to feel that there's a genuine interest from their partner in them. And if they don't feel that, they can feel rejected, which is their greatest fear. Whereas a head personality fears losing control. And so because of that, they can want to control things like the finances, or they can ask for 1,000 questions, which can seem like a bit of a Spanish Inquisition. Whereas when a heart personality asks a lot of questions, the feeling around it is that there's a genuine interest in you and what they're asking you about. Whereas with a head personality, the 1,000 questions will feel more like they're wanting to control, and they're wanting to find out so that they can control the situation. So bearing in mind that their greatest fear is to lose control, it makes sense why they could tend to be controlling. So the heart personality's response to rejection is wanting to get close. It's wanting to express, it's wanting to talk. And whereas a head personality's response to rejection is wanting to go to their man cave or their woman cave. So they need time alone. They want to think about it, enter at your own risk. So I want to give you a little tip here, heart people. If your head partner is needing to have some time alone, let them go into their cave. Let them go in there, give them some space, let them decompress, let them work it out for themselves. Because with a head personality, they need to think about it before they can feel and express. Whereas with a heart personality, they tend to talk about it and feel at the same time and process whatever it is that's going on for them. Whereas a head personality processes by thinking, and often they need to have that space. Now, a little bit of an advice for a head personality: if your heart partner is upset and needing to connect and wanting to be close, is to just sit and listen and know that you don't need to fix anything. Because often a head personality, when their heart partner is upset and talking it out, often the head personality will feel very overwhelmed and feel like they need to fix everything. And the heart personality can deliver 10 things in one conversation that's going on for them. And they're really just talking it out, whereas the head personality feels like they need to fix it. They can become very overwhelmed. So a little tip for a head personality after you've listened to your heart partner is to just say, hey, you know what? I'm a little confused. Is there anything that you want me to do? Is there anything that you need me to do? And I'm sure most of the times they'll say no, thanks for listening. It's been great to share and talk about it. So you're probably giggling and laughing and realizing and seeing yourselves in both of these, knowing that we process life differently. And when you can offer your partner the respect to either sit and listen to your heart personality and allow them the space and time to process whatever it is that they need to process, or same goes for the heart personality, if you can offer your partner and show them the respect to allow them to go and into their man cave or their woman cave and have some time to process in your way, that shows a deeper respect and ultimately creates connection between the two of you. And a little tip also, head personality, is you must make sure that you come out of your man or woman cave and then return back to your partner and reconnect again. So let's have a little look at a summary of this. So the heart personality can dominate. Now please don't mix this up with control, because what dominate really means is that often, being a heart-centered person, they can often be the center of an event. They can be the loud one, the expressive one. Like they are the center, the heart of the family. They're great team builders usually. They have ability to bring people together and make people feel very welcome and connected. And they feel very deeply, and often they'll wear their heart on their sleeve. Their feelings are very obvious. So you can usually tell when a heart personality is upset or there's something going on in their world just by looking at them. They hear literally. So what that means is, if you say that you're going to be home at 6 p.m, at 6:01 they're looking at their clock like, where are they? They said they were going to be home at 6 o'clock. So they hear literally. And they speak inferentially. What that means is that they can often beat around the bush. They can often not get to the point. And sometimes that can create issues in communication between them and their partner because they are fearing rejection. They don't want to speak their deepest truth in case they might be rejected by their partner. So they'll kind of speak around the edges. So a really good thing for a heart personality to do is to dig deep and use your courage and really speak your truth, and speak your truth in a way that is kind and caring, obviously, to your partner. And you'll find that you'll get better at having clear and concise communication. They seek acceptance. They want to know they're loved. They want to be close. They want to feel accepted for who they are, and they fear being rejected and that they're not important to their loved ones, their partner, their family, their children. They often are the spender of the two. So, instant gratification, if they're feeling upset, a bit of retail therapy can often be something that they enjoy and can make them feel better, or a chocolate bar or a glass of wine. They want to fix things instantly. And on a financial level, they can often be the one that spends and is hard to stay on track with financial goals if you're saving for something, unless it's for the family. Because remember, the relationship and family are their top two priorities. So a little key here too is that if you're wanting to save for something big, then to link it to the family or to your relationship in some way so that the heart personality will buy into the goal and be on board with it. They tend to talk a lot. They need to talk to express. They process their feelings by talking. They work things out by talking about them. They are into team sports if they're into sports at all. So they like playing, like netball or soccer or football or team sports where everyone's working together. Social events, they usually are the ones that will organise them or hold them, and they're really happy to have, a party with 50 people there or a larger events, and they really enjoy that. They're usually the social butterfly, the one that is happy to organise it all. Now, to a heart personality, sex does equal love. When they are making love with their partner, it's like they give all of them, their heart, their soul, their mind, everything is available to their partner. So if they're hurt or they're upset, often that will be one of the things that shuts down and withdraws from a relationship, is wanting to make love to their partner. They're usually more right-brained and usually more creative in their daily life. So they may be into some kind of, they might enjoy art or reading or poetry or the arts area. And if their relationship is in a good place and there's lots of connection and they feel good about themselves and about their relationship, they are very happy to have sex every day. If their relationship is not, as I've said just a minute ago, if their relationship is not in a happy, joyous, connected space, then sex is one of the things that they will shut down. Remembering that when they are making love with their partner, they're sharing themselves at a very deep level. It's at a soul level. So let's have a look at the head personality. They can control. Remember that one of their greatest fear is to lose control. So that makes sense that they would want to keep things in order and under control. The head personality can often appear, the big word here is appear, unemotional. But I want to assure the heart partner that the head personality feels very, very deeply and hurts very deeply. It's just that they don't show it on their face. So often I will hear a heart personality say, well, I don't know if they care. I never see, he never shows that he cares, or she never shows that they care. I can never tell. They don't get upset. They deal with their emotions privately, in their man or their woman cave. So I want to reassure the heart personalities that even though they appear to be unemotional, they hurt very deeply. And the lovely thing with that is that means that they love very deeply. They feel love very deeply. They hear inferentially. Now, what that means is that the head personality can often read into things. So, an example might be, say they got home from work and they asked them, oh, we've got no milk. Would you mind popping to the shop and getting some milk? The head personality might think, why doesn't she want me to be in the house right now? I've just got home. Why didn't she get the milk during the day? What's going on? Why doesn't she want me to be in the house? So it's like that's an example of them reading into it. They can often make stories up in their head about what their partner has said, reading into what's being said or what's being done. They can speak directly. So to their heart personality, they can be very cutting. They're usually straight to the point, no mucking around, no messing around, no fluff, no frills. Get directly to whatever they need to say. That can be quite harsh and also quite hurtful for their heart personality. So it's good for the head personality to bear this in mind. They seek success, remember, and financial security is something that they really want. They fear losing control and they're able to delay gratification. So out of the couple, usually the head personality is the one that is the saver. They will save money. They often be the one that will have the budgets in order and the spreadsheets and have all the numbers figured out, and they often are the ones that get quite upset with their heart personality for spending too much money on the credit card, or spending money that they didn't really have. Not to say that they don't have their toys and that they don't spend money as well, but they can usually wait for things. If you want to get a head personality talking, because usually they're not a big talker, you'd get them to talk about their passions or something that they love, their career or something they're very interested in. My husband is a head personality and he loves cars. Get him talking about cars and you can't shut him up. But I have to really encourage him to talk about deeper things like emotions and what's going on, because he doesn't do that naturally, even though he's learnt over the years. If they're into sports, they're normally into individual sports, perhaps kayaking or golf or, cycling. And the reason behind that is because they are then in control of the outcome. Because remember, they seek success. So if they do individual sports, they can control the outcome. Their intimate groups is what they prefer socially. So their heart personality usually will create a nice party or an event for them and their family. The head personality will be more interested in the budget for the party, how much is it going to cost, and at the actual event, they'd be more than happy to sort of, be in the corner with a few friends having a glass of wine or a few beers. So more than happy to have the party or the groups around, but more likely to be the one that's on the sideline. To the head personality, sex does not equal love. So they can have sex and not necessarily be in love with someone. They're more left brain usually, and usually more analytical. And if their relationship is in a good place, their normal sex cycle is a 3-day sex cycle. So what that would mean is, make love today, tomorrow in their mind, they're back doing career and success and business. And then the next day, day 2, they'll be sort of starting to think about it again. Day 3, they're ready to connect and make love again with their partner. So as a heart personality, if you are really connected and wanting more sex from your partner, but they're not giving it to you, don't take that as a rejection. Just understand that we have different cycles with regards to sex. And also know for a head personality, if they're really stressed, if they've got a lot of pressures on their shoulders, financial stress, that can push their sex cycle out even more to, 7 days, 2 weeks, because they shut down and it's not something that they, feel like they want to do. This work is based on this relationship book on the side here, and Dr. John Kappas is the gentleman that put this together. This body of work has been around for over 50 years. So it's a great model, and I think it really helps couples to understand each other's differences in a really fun way, and to then understand, wow, when my husband does this, or when my wife does that, or when my partner does that, they're not actually trying to hurt me. This is a fabulous model, and I find that couples really get a deeper understanding for each other's differences, and it's a fun model as well, so love you to have a bit of fun with it. So let's have a look. So hearts are here to help their head personality learn about love, connection, and to have more fun in life. And the head personalities are here to help their hearts have more security and stability in life. So when you look at the complementary opposites, often when a couple come together, the things that were the things that attracted them together in the beginning can sometimes become the things that they end up arguing about. So start to look at your couple's differences as a positive thing. So, who do you think is more heart centered and who do you think is more head centered now? On the portal, there is a link to some free resources. If you'd like to dive deeper on this model and learn more about it, there's a 2-hour free video, a link to that. And there's also a test that you can do where one of you does the test and then you send an email off to your partner and they do the test and then they will tell you what your percentages are, how much head and how much heart you are. So it's a bit of fun. I don't want you to focus too deeply on this. It's more about you understanding your differences and helping you to create more connection and deeper love and understanding for each other. So have fun with it and have a laugh with this. Make it lighthearted and help you to understand and love each other more. I will chat with you really soon. Bye for now.